Welcome everyone. The topic for the day is branding. We'll discuss everything about branding today. So, what is branding? Branding is the use of name, design, symbol, or any combination for that matter that elements that might be able to identify an organization. It is what we call branding. Branding describes a company or an event efforts to develop a personality. The personality of a company or the product or any of the services which distinguishes itself from the competitor, that is branding. Events are often branded to aid marketing altogether. So branding is an identifiable image, video, music, a symbol, whatever leads a credible image and tries to draw a definitive personality of a company, of an event, of a product, of a service is what is defined as branding. Mechanism branding efforts can include a slogan. Did I say so? A brand mark, a logo, a trademark, and yes, graphics thereby, which we need to understand. Branding us as in slogans are nothing but the punchline, nothing but the short, memorable, catchy phrase or songs that we use in the advertisement campaign, designed to create a memory recall, designed to create a product affiliation, designed to have uh, having etched in the memory of the customer. That is what we are calling slogan per se. Branding is to generate excitement about a team movement. Let me give you an example. Hashtag Hello Brooklyn has been what we all talk about, launching a marketing campaign just to finish their last games in their old home with Twitter friendly slogan. Now let us go for the slogan. When a brand name or a trade name is registered, it becomes a trademark. Remember, this is what we are looking into it. A registered trade name becomes a brand. A brand, when registered, becomes a trademark. Basically, a trademark or a device that legibly, I am saying legibly, but on the codes of law, on the rules and regulation, it is legal identifies the ownership of a registered brand or a trade name thereby. This is what we are looking forward to it. Remember, the characteristics of a successful brand will always be positive, will always be distinctive, will always generate a certain vibes and association in the mind of the people. It will have a good recall value, the memory portion would be having a greater impact. It is easier to remember. It is easier to pronounce. The logos are identifiable very efficiently and very legibly, implies the benefit of any of the product that it delivers consistent with the image of the rest of the product line and organization. Yes, we are talking for the same thing time and again that we goes around it. It should be legally and ethically permissible. This is what we talk about building of brand. Now there are basically four methods, four steps, four issues that needs to be addressed. First is generating awareness among the end consumers or the clientele. You need to clear awareness as the existence of a product or existence of a brand. Build upon that awareness on a pillar of image, a strength, a unique quality that your product lends it onto. We'll talk about the brand equity thereby. Yes, this is what we are looking at, the brand loyalty and so on and so forth that comes in and around. So we talk about brand awareness, brand image, brand equity, and brand loyalty. Brand awareness is the process of working towards maximizing recognition of a particular brand. It is what we are looking for branding as a purpose. Brand awareness, many comic book fashion or fans associate comics with Marvel because of the brand awareness. Because Marvel is such a strong brand, we have everyone in this context, be it the Spider-Man, be it the Superman, be it Doctor Strange, be it Captain America, you name it, and we have it. So that is what a Walt Disney company purchased this thing, this particular brand for nothing less than $4 billion. That is what is I refer as a brand image. We have a brand image, and I'm giving you a very pronounced name as a Disney brand, which is associated with family and younger kids as a fun and a frolic brand altogether. It is all about entertainment. Brand image refers to the consumer perception linked to a particular brand, such as health, excitement, fun, of family, is what we are looking at here. Brand equity is the value placed on a brand by a consumer. For example, Nike has a strong brand equity because the consumer have long associated the brand with top level athletes and quality products. Brand loyalty is a consumer preferences for a particular brand as compared to the competitors' products or services. This is what we are looking for as far as branding is concerned. Remember brand awareness. The brand loyalty is a critical factor that influences the concepts of fandom, wherein you have a large base of fan. The higher level of brand loyalty is all about the greater likelihood of increased level of intensity in the fandom and increased obsession that goes around it. Yes, in America we will have something called NBA fans. In UK we will have something called football fans. So in America it might be basketball oriented. In Great Britain it will be football oriented, where we have Manchester City as one of those um clubs that they are playing around it. According to the reports, Miami Heat fans ranked number one in overall, while Charlotte Bobcat fans ranks the last as such. So this is what we are talking around it. You are talking about the computer games that is much more vibrant and been utilized everywhere. The biggest company brand as is Electronic Arts, which shares jumps more than 15% just after the video game publisher shared details of the deal with his Disney to produce Star War games, and that is what I am trying to build upon you. A situation as to what is the image of a brand in a day-to-day life. So event branding opportunities may include what? It might be the event offering, the naming of the event. You are actually branding the event altogether, promotions and co-promotion. Now, what is co-promotion? There will be associated product that can be always leveraging or piggybacking on the main brand, and that is what we call as a promotion and a co-promotion. Sponsorship opportunities, merchandising opportunities, and hospitality that is there. This is what we are looking at it all the time, every now and then. Forms of branding, there are basically three forms. One is on a macro level, the corporate brand, then is on a little bit shorter level in terms of a product, and then it is absolutely micro level. The mid is on a store branding, where you are particularly geographically located particular store that needs to be branded and affiliated. So we have the corporate brands, we have the product brands, and the store brand. These are the various forms of brand that comes around it, actually helps you to assist, enhance sales. Remember, branding, we should not never be mixed with marketing. Marketing again should never be mixed with sales. So this is a part of marketing, wherein we are just trying to build a character, build a personality for the company, for the name, for the event, and so on and so forth. Remain in, remember, the corporate brand represent an entire organization, entire country throughout the length and breadth of our planet. That is what is the corporate brand all about. It includes, let me give you something, someone to understand, the Walt Disney Company or the National Football League. or for that matter, our very own Apple Macintosh laptops, iPhones, and so on and so forth. Let us understand the product branding. Yes, we are representing a particular product of a company. Now, within a company, the company might have got 10 different products, and it's only one particular product that we are espousing upon. This is what has been known as product branding. For example, it might be a rock brand, it can be a Harry Potter series, it can be a one particular editions of iPhone that comes around it. So we need to understand what we are looking at it. So what else should be told as in a micro level? The store brand, it is the retailer. Did I say in a one particular geographical location that you are operating upon? The product retailer sells as their own brand. It's a gander mountain and outdoor sports shops which goes across with it, and there might be a lot many retail outlet within your vicinity, which might be one shop store all around it. They are unique and they have a large amount of sales. Why? Because they you will find all nitty-gritty things, or the shop is particularly renowned for value pricing, for having the right product, or for a particular product that it's specialized in all around it. So that is what is just a brand that comes around. Then we have branding. Let me give you an example of a Gap or Athleta. The Athleta foot active wear for women is an apparel primarily targeting the niche yoga Pilates consumers. We are talking of the people who are interested into taking good care about their health and are actively doing yoga or Pilates. Is actually a store brand under a Gap incorporations. This particular company which actually looks and builds upon the brand altogether. Branding in sports and entertainment businesses. Remember, sports and entertainment organization companies work hard to develop a strong brand, such as a mean for differentiating themselves from one to another. Branding provides unique means for product differentiation in that individual. Athletes, actors, musicians can have tremendous impact on the sales. That is what we are looking at it. Branding provides unique means for product differentiation in that individual. Athletes, actors, musicians can have tremendous impact. Fans of Johnny Depp will pay actually to watch nearly any movies for hit in which he plays a role, and will purchase the DVDs, memorabilia, and other licensed merchandise that we are talking around it. We are looking at a fan base. Absolutely, what what else can be looking at? So it is now, once we have established a brand, now we can have an affiliates of brand in the form of an extension. Refers to the use of successful brand names to launch newer, or should I say modified products or services in a different market altogether. This is what we call as branding extension. Understand the very fact, once you establish a brand, once you establish a character, a personality of an event, of a product, of a company, you can earn cash upon that image and go for extension in launching further brands, further products, further events. The importance of a strong brand are many. Just to name a few out here which has been mentioned, remember, a strong brand means a better business value. That means repeat business. That means higher revenues and profit margin. Once a brand has been established, you know you don't have to spend much on an advertisement. The credibility of the brand itself will work miracle on your sales number. It will add to your revenue. Store brands have create a competitive advantages. Remember, command a price premium and decrease cost of entry into a new market and or categories. Strong brand reduces business risk and attract retain the talented staff, thereby This is what I mean to say when we are talking about the importance of a strong brand and how a strong brand can impact the profitability of the company. Remember, once a brand has been established, you don't have to worry about the revenue. The revenue keeps on trickling in, and your profitability increases by leaps and bounds. This is what we are talking about: branding and branding. And if we can do it twice, thrice, we can always do rebranding. It is an updating or creation of a new name, a new term, a new symbol, a new design with a little bit of a difference, so that you don't miss on the original characteristic, but slowly update it and bring it to a newer classification, newer character, a combination thereof of an established brand with an intention to develop, or should I say differentiate new position in the mind of the younger generation, in the mind of the stakeholders, in the mind of the competitors, keeping yourself much ahead of the race. And that is what we are going to go for, looking to have it. This is the requirement of the day, and that is what branding is all about: to re-establish brand position. What we do is to strengthen the brand in a critical component for maintaining a strong brand. Gatorade, the energy drink that we all are aware of, determined it needed to see much more growth within the teenage segment of its customer base. So it launched what? It launched the G Series campaign. It's the next generation campaign, actually actually driving focus to the basically the newest of all customer that comes around it. The G Series campaign of Gatorade comes around it. Then comes co-branding. Yes, this is becoming evidently much more popular nowadays. Is basically using multiple brand names jointly to promote, to market a single product or services. This is where we are actually looking to build a brand or piggyback on the brand, or reduce the advertisement cost, or reduce the branding expenses, as the case might be. A glorifying example might be Intel driven, uh, uh, Intel driven or Windows enabled HP laptops. So what are we doing it? We have branding with a chip which is Intel based, HP laptops, which is a company for the laptops, and the Microsoft Windows as a operating software, or should I say, the packages, the office suite that comes around with it. So we are integrating and co-branding a number of things, and this is not only true with your laptop; it can be true with your cars when we are marrying it to them with a particular tire that we're talking about it, and so on and so forth. There are a lot of examples of branding that comes around it. With this, I should be coming to the very last step to understand what is branding. Remember, in 2012, Reebok and Marvel partnered to launch a limited edition sneakers in collaboration to featuring for inspiring the most popular characters of Marvel Universe, which were including Wolverine, Spider-Man, Captain America, among others. The co-branded kicks were available online and through Foot Locker retail store only. This is a glorifying example of co-branding, as the case when we. I have tried to cover all the bases as far as branding is concerned, with vibrant and relevant example for you to understand, and I'm sure most of the audience of this video have actually benefited by watching this. Thank you, nevertheless, and have a wonderful day ahead.